What is going on, guys? My name's Vito. So, a couple weeks back, I started a tips and tricks guide for new players of the Master Chief Collection. Since then, I've just taken bits and pieces of knowledge that I knew from each game, mainly regarding Halo 2, but hey, that's the focus of the Master Chief Collection, right? With that being said, I didn't really think about the complete newbies who pick up the Master Chief Collection as their very first Halo game. So, I'm going right back to the very basics with this video. From button layouts to advanced strategy. There's going to be many parts to this tutorial, or tips and tricks as you might want to call it. Doesn't really matter. But we're going to start at the very, very beginning, starting with button layouts. Now, for the record, I am not the best Halo player in the world, nor am I claiming to be. If that's what you're looking for, I can lead you in the right direction. I'm just a guy who has 10 plus years of Halo under his belt, and I'm hoping to educate the new generation of Halo gamers. With that being said, let's get on to the video. What's going on, guys? My name's Vito, and, well, welcome to the live portion of my Master Chief Collection very basic button layout tips and tricks guide. What you'll be able to see is I have my controller cam going right here, bottom left hand corner, and you also have the game. Obviously, it's kind of the game we're going to be going over the tips and tricks. First off, I want to apologize on, I guess, the video quality if it isn't as good as what it should be. I'm recording with OBS right now. If I had XSplit, it might have been easier, but, you know, no big deal, no big shakes. I also apologize if the controller is not as visible as I would like it to be. I mean, a black controller in my lap. I have a huge light going, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see it. Also, I apologize about, I guess, how unprofessional I'm going to be during this live section. I'm going to be saying a lot of ums, a lot of ifs, a lot of buts, a lot of stutters, a lot of stammers. Hopefully I don't, but we'll figure it out. So, as I said in the intro of this video, this is going to be mainly a very basic guide to Halo. So, we're going to talk about button layouts. We're going to get right into gameplay. We'll go over the customization, the player ID, the career, the files, you know, all that good stuff. We'll get into that eventually later, the aesthetics of the game later on in a different video probably. Also, I apologize on the clicks that you might hear, which I'm sure you're going to essentially hear. I don't generally go like this, so hopefully it won't be that bad, but if you do hear a click, you know what I mean. So, let's hop right into multiplayer. Let's go into a custom game of Halo 2 Classic. Let's go into Beaver Creek. Why not? We'll go Slayer. That's fine. I don't really care. And also, whenever you see, if you ever see my hand move away from my controller, it's probably because I'm itching my nose or itching my head. So, just to let you know that. And also, you know, it's the first time you're really seeing my fingers, so I apologize if they're not groomed or manicured or whatever you want to call them. So let's boot up Halo 2 on Beaver Creek. And let's get right into it. A nice little background that I can show you guys while I kind of go over this. So as you can probably already tell, I don't claw. I'll get into what clawing is later on. Just to show you really quick, clawing is literally where you take your hand and you claw it. I'm trying to get a good angle of this, but it's where you take your hand, your index finger, and you claw. I don't know what buttons you hit. It's either X, Y, or YB, whatever you feel comfortable, and then your thumb will kind of do whatever other button that you want to use. I never learned to claw. I don't really like it. I kind of just adjusted to the button layout that I needed to feel comfortable. So yeah. That's kind of it. So I just picked up rockets just to pick up rockets. Not a huge deal. And this tutorial will span across every Halo. It's not Halo 2 specific. They're going to be the same button layout. But just to kind of show you what button layout I use the straight out of the package layout. It's the layout I've used in Halo 4 and in Halo Reach. So if you fire and then reload is RB, B is melee. I want to say, what is X? I think X is to do something. I completely forgot what it is. I'll get in. I know it's very unprofessional, but we'll get into it when I get into the button layouts. But let's get back up on the canyon, or it's, you know, the arm. You know what I mean. I'll get into callouts later on as well. So let's hit the start button and let's hit into our settings. First, let's go to audio and video real quick. These are my audio and video settings. I muted chat. Yeah, I actually do not mute voice chat. Control voice chat, blah blah blah. Subtitles are automatic. Metal flashers on. Show the original metal. Huh. Interesting. I didn't actually know that. I told you guys this is gonna be the unprofessional part. So we're actually gonna turn that on. That's pretty cool. So anyway, let's get into the controller part. So, our thumbstick layout, you have default, Southpaw, Legacy, and Legacy Southpaw. For this tutorial, we're gonna stick on default just because that's the most comfortable for me. I'm gonna show you Southpaw. You know, you look up Southpaw, you look with the left stick and then move up and down, move with the right stick. So when we do that, Legacy is when you look left and right with the left stick and move back and forth with the left stick, and then you move side to side with the right stick and up and down with the right stick. Oops. Legacy Southpaw is this is the dummy. I'm sorry, but this is the dummy one for me. Up and down with the left stick, left to right with the left stick, forward and backward with the right stick, right to left with the right stick. But for these settings, I'm assuming you're going to use default, so we're going to stick with default. Now, the whole purpose of this video is the button layout. So when you open the game and you put it in, the button layout you're going to use is universal default for Recon. It is Recon. In Halo 3, it is called Recon. It is called Recon here, actually. So you are going to use universal default Recon. That is the one I use. So, oh, X is for flashlight. Okay, cool. So if you're playing Halo CE, X is for flashlight. So action reload is right bumper, melee is B, Y is change weapon, A is to jump. Everything else is kind of standard except for the X button, or the right bumper is switched with the X button to reload. That's about it. Next, if you're going to use universal reclaimer, it's going to be used. It's possible to use with all the Halo titles. You're going to be able to change weapons with Y. You're going to be able to reload with X. You're going to be able to crouch with B. It's going to be a little bit more Call of Duty-esque, you could say. And then melee is going to be right bumper. That's probably the best I can tell you. It's going to be a little bit more Call of Duty-esque. Universal zoom and shoot. Pretty much everything is it's going to be the same, more or less, as universal reclaimer, except RB is going to be switched to throw grenade, and zoom, or use the left weapon, zoom is going to be left trigger. So it is going to be Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? And the right stick is going to melee. So it's Call of Duty. Bump jump. Universal bump jump. Pretty much what it is RB's melee, LB's jump. Everything else is the swap your weapon is A, or the swap your left weapon, that's what it says anyway. Y is to change the weapon, to reload is B, and X button is just kind of nothing, and then right stick is to zoom. So, green fingers, I think it was called green thumb in previous games. You're gonna zoom with the right bumper. You're gonna throw your grenade with the left bumper. You're gonna hit this. You're going to. Wow, I apologize. You're going to jump with A. You're going to reload with X. You're gonna crouch with B. You're gonna melee with right stick, and pretty much Y is gonna be the universal change the gun. And then you have default, which is old school default. So you're gonna switch grenades with RB. You're gonna change your weapon with Y. You're going to reload with X. You're gonna jump with A. You're gonna melee with B, and you're gonna zoom with right stick and crouch with the left stick. Also, pretty much every what is it? To crouch, pretty much every layout is going to be left stick except for universal reclaimer and universal zoom and shoot. So, since I'm using default recon, I'm going to show you really quickly. Left stick's to crouch, zoom in is right stick, fire is right trigger, reload is RB, B is to melee, and X is flashlight. We don't need flashlight right now. So I'm going to show you probably the most popular Halo button layout is going to be bump jump. Bump jump, you're going to melee with RB, you're going to jump with left bumper, so it's going to be doot, 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 doot. You're going to fire with right trigger, you're going to reload with B, you're going to zoom in with right stick, and you're going to crouch with left stick. So what a lot of the Halo players do is they do this, they crouch, you know, they do their little crouch button thing, you know, they crouch midair, you know, it's cool, you can melee if you really wanted to, and that's more or less that. Feel free to, excuse me, feel free to go into a custom game, mess with the settings, see what feels most comfortable to you, and eventually you'll be destroying people in multiplayer, more or less. Now, from Halo 3 on, I used to play with a Razer Onza controller, so I had extra bumpers. So more or less, I was playing bump jump, but it was because the buttons were remappable. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's pretty much the button layout. The button layout settings, I guess you could say. I know it wasn't probably super helpful, but this is the boring stuff, guys. I can tell you that. And, well, I will catch you guys, now that we kind of did the live portion of this video. I hope you guys got a little bit better of I guess, seeing how I play and seeing what sensitivity, well, not sensitivities, that'll be a different video. Seeing what button layouts are there, what button layouts are effective, which one I'd recommend to you, which was either be Recon or Universal Reclaimer or Bump Jump. Those are the two button layouts that I would recommend to you. Now, next video, we'll be talking about sensitivity, talking about what sensitivity which is better for control, which is better to get your shots down, and more or less will hopefully keep you from dying. Let's see if I can make this. Nope, I can't make that jump. But I will end this out with the post-commentary, so I will catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so that is the very basics of getting better at Halo. Choose a button layout that you find comfortable and practice. Practice, practice, practice. Feel confident with the layout you select before heading into multiplayer, or else you're going to be banging your head against your TV screen because you don't know why you're dying so much. With that said, I said in the live bit that I would be talking more about clawing, what it is and what it does. I decided that I would talk more about it in my sensitivity tip video. This is the boring stuff, guys, but to those who are new, it may be that one little bit of information that they oversee that can really be affecting their gameplay. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like if you found it helpful. Check out my second channel for my Halo 2 anniversary walkthrough. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.